Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I am showing you more awkward shots and pool that you need to know how to make. And before I start this video, I just want to thank you guys for the support on the other installments of this video. The support's been absolutely incredible. I believe the first one just hit 80,000 views, which is crazy. But yeah, let's waste no time, just get right into it. So the first shot we're going to start with is the 9-ball is on this point. So we cannot make it in the side, nor can we make it in that corner. So what we're going to do is hit it to where it bounces off this point and goes into this side pocket right here. So we're kind of going to hit it with a little bit of draw, and the more on this side of the rail the 9-ball is, the further it's going to go that way. And the closer in it is, the further it's going to go that way. So you can change your angles. You can hit like more on this side and it'll go more to this side. You can hit straight on and it'll probably go up here somewhere. So you just kind of have to find that middle place. I'm going to hit with a little bit of backspin just to make sure that I don't scratch. But yes, this is a very important shot to know. I actually played this in a tournament yesterday and it worked out beautifully. Great shot to know. So yeah, here it is. Okay guys, so this next shot is a variation of that first shot, except this one's a little more stylish, I believe, and it's just if you are in the same situation, but now let's say that side pocket is blocked. Let's say we just can't make the 4, and we need to make the 9. We can't combo the 9 into the 4. So I don't know if you could see in that video, I tried to get both angles so you can kind of see the spin on the ball, but as the ball went to the pocket, it was spinning. It looked like that. And so it's actually spinning the opposite way of what I'm spinning it. It was spinning that way. Whoops. Well, but you saw the way it was spinning. It was spinning to the right, which will... No way, I'm looking at the wrong side of the table. Yeah, it's spinning that way, and it's going to bring it back this way. So if we have the same shot, and we just aim for the 9-ball to go about here, that right spin is going to take it back and make it in the side. So this is probably only a little bit harder than that first shot, but this is pretty much the same concept. Just aim a little bit differently on the 9-ball. I'm still using just a little bit of draw, but yeah. Okay guys, so now we're going to a bank shot, and this shot is a famous shot from a pool movie. I do not remember if it was from The Hustler or The Color of Money, but I'm pretty sure it's from The Hustler. Paul Newman had this shot, and the 2 balls are touching each other. It's called frozen. That's pool vocabulary. Frozen means 2 balls are touching each other, and the 4 is also frozen on the rail, so the 4 is touching the rail. So you would think that this is impossible to bank legally. Like, watch this. This is a regular cue. See how it just hits the ball as a foul? So he actually banks this ball, which you'll probably like, how would he bank it if they're touching? What he did is you put a little bit of top spin on the cue ball, and you elevate the back of your cue like that, and then you strike over the cue to avoid hitting the 4 ball with your cue. So act like you gotta bank it regularly, elevate and add some top spin, and that will make the cue ball come back and then curve forward like that. And then that should clear the path for the 4 ball, the purple ball, to go towards that corner pocket. So here's the shot. Okay guys, so here is a shot that comes up very often in games. And by very often, I mean very often. Let's say a ball is frozen on the rail like that, then our cue ball is somewhere with this kind of angle. So our cut shot into the top corner isn't really a good shot because of that point. If we hit it wrong anywhere, that tin is not going to go in. The bank, the angle is kind of wide for a bank. We may get the double kiss on the bank to this corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to bank the tin cross side. That just means we're striking the cue ball across the face of the tin. It's going into the rail and going into that side pocket. So for this shot, I usually like to use opposite spin. That so when the cue ball goes off of the tin, it hits that rail down there. I know you can't see the rail, but it hits that rail down there and it goes under the tin if I hit hard. Just avoiding the cue ball and the tin hitting each other twice, because if it goes naturally, the cue ball is going to come down here and get in the path of the tin. So we may barely miss it with the cue ball, but it's always best just to make sure. So in this case, I'm using some left spin, and I'm just hitting pretty much straight on to the tin ball, maybe just a little bit in front of it. And that should send it right into my giant side pockets. I really need a pocket reducer for them. But just kick the camera there. But here's the shot. Okay guys, for this shot, this is not as common of a shot and it's not very high percentage, but it's definitely a shot to practice and know. So this is called the Z shot or the double bank shot, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It makes a Z shape and it banks off two rails. It goes 1, 2, into the corner. So this shot you actually need to kind of overhit for the first shot, because when it goes into this rail, it's going to have some opposite spin, and when it goes into this rail, the opposite spin will take, and it's not going to be as big of an angle as it would be if you just hit it off this rail at the same exact angle. So we're going to aim to kind of hit somewhere in this general area. Make sure you hit it pretty hard. It is a shot that requires speed. And I'm just going to hit like a stop shot pretty much, just a little bit below center. It may come back to me a little bit, but it's a shot to know. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that bird right there, but there's a bird and it's making a bunch of sounds. But, so, not as common of a shot, but definitely one to practice because you always want to be prepared for every situation. So here it is. Okay guys, for this shot, we have the cue ball about somewhere over here, and a few blockers like that. And the ball we want to make is somewhere near this corner pocket. So we're actually going to jump into this rail and hop over these balls and come down and make the 9 ball. It's a perfectly legal shot. It is a legal shot. You can do this in games. So what we're going to do is we're going to elevate our cue. I'm going to try to get it to where you can see what I'm doing. I'll get both camera angles for you. But I'm going to elevate my cue only about 20 degrees. Not too much. And we're hitting a little bit above the center on the cue ball. So when it jumps into this rail, it's going to have a little bit of top spin, so it may be delayed a little bit. So only put a little bit of top spin so it doesn't just completely stop like right here. So a little bit of top spin and a little bit of elevation. Just aim to the rail at the angle if you were just to like kick at the ball. So aim to the rail. Spin doesn't really matter unless it jumps really high. If you have like right top spin, it's going to head over here. So just make sure you know how your cue ball is going to react once it hits that table, because I can't tell you exactly how your table is going to react. So here it is from 2 angles. Okay guys, for this last shot, this is the most difficult shot on here, but it is a really cool shot to know. And if you can pull it out in a game, you'll be probably one of the best shots in a tournament ever played. So the setup is kind of like this. Just imagine some situation similar to this, where we want to make a ball somewhere near the corner pocket, but we're blocked this way. And let's just say that we don't like the masse option, and let's just say that our kick is blocked as well. So it's kind of a last resort shot. What we're going to do, we're going to jump the cue ball onto this rail, and it's going to go down it and pocket the 3 into the corner. So we're going to use low left spin, and we're actually using a jump cue here. So only about 40-50 degrees of elevation. And I'm using the dart technique, which if you watch my jump video, you'll learn how to do that. But just index finger, middle finger, and thumb, and just a flick of my wrist. And I'm just aiming just for this rail right here, and it should go up. I'm using low left, so it should carry it back. Very, very tough shot. Amazing shot to know. So yeah, here it is.